everyone, I am Ada Isabel Obre, and today I will teach you how to factor polynomials. Let's start with factoring using the common monomial factor. Here we have this polynomial 8x squared plus 12x squared. First step is we will find the GCF of each term. Then we list down the factors of each term, and we will find the common factors. The factors of the first term, 8x squared, is 2 times 2 times 2 times x squared. In 12x squared, we have 2 times 2 times 3 times x squared. Now let us identify the common factors, which is 2 and x squared. So the GCF here is 2x squared. But we're not done yet. We still have to find the factored form. So let us write the GCF first here. Then we will add here the multiplied uncommon factors of each term. So 2 times 2 is 4. We will have this as the first term. Now for the second term is 2 times 3 is 6. So the factored form is 2x squared 4 plus 6. Next is the difference of two squares. In difference of two squares, we will follow this formula. A squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b, a minus b. The a squared represents the first term. The b squared represents the second term. The a and b here is the square root of the first and second term. Now let us solve this. 36x squared minus 25. First, we will rewrite down as difference of two squares, like this. Then we will identify the square root of each term. The square root of first term, 36x squared, is 6x. Now for the second term, 25, is 5. Here. Now, this will represent as A, this will represent as B. So let's write 6x plus 5 and 6x minus 5, like this. Now let's move on to the sum of two cubes. Formula is x cubed plus y cubed is equal to x plus y, x squared minus xy plus y squared. X cubed represents as the first term, y cubed is the second term. X and y here are the cube root of the first and second term. X squared is the perfect square of x. Xy is the product of x times y. And lastly, y squared is the perfect square root of y. So let us solve this. B cubed plus 8. Let's identify the cube root of each term. B cubed is b and 8 is 2. Now we read this as b plus 2 times b squared minus b times 2 plus 2 squared. Now, let's simplify this and we will get the factored form. Now, the factored form is b plus 2 times b squared minus 2b plus 4. Next is the difference of two cubes. The formula is x cubed minus y cubed is equal to x minus y times x squared plus xy plus y squared. So let's solve this. 8b cubed minus 27c cubed. Now let's identify the cube root of the first and last term. So 8b cubed is 2b and 27c cubed is 3c. So I read this as 2b minus 3c times 2b squared plus 2b times 3c plus 3c squared. Now we simplify. The factored form is 2b minus 3c times 2b squared plus 6bc plus 3c squared. Next topic is perfect square trinomials. In perfect square trinomials, the first and last term must be a perfect square and it is positive, and the middle term is twice the product of the first and last term. So let's solve this trinomial so we can check if it's a perfect square trinomial or not. 4x squared plus 20x plus 25. First thing we're going to do is we will find the square root of the first and last term. The first term's square root is 2x and the last term is 5. Here. So the next step is we will multiply 2x and 5 to 2, and when we get the answer, it must be equivalent to the middle term. So here 2 times 2x times 5 is equal to 20x. So that means the trinomial is a perfect square trinomial. And the answer here is 2x plus 5. Next topic is general trinomials in the form of a squared plus or minus bx plus or minus c. To solve it, you will have to list down the numerical coefficients of each term like this. A is equal to 1 because the first term, or A, is always variable. B is equal to B, then C equals to C. Then you will find some pairs of integers whose product is C. And on the other side, you will find the pairs of integers in C, right here, whose sum is B. And once you find the pair of integers that is equal to B, the answer is A plus or minus M times A plus or minus N. M and N represents as the pair of integers who's equal to B. Let's try to solve this. X squared plus 10x plus 16. First, you will write down the numerical coefficients of each term, which is A equals 1, B equals 10, and C equals 16. Then we will list down the pair of integers whose product is 16. Here we have 1 times 16, 2 times 8, and 4 times 4. And now we will add these together so we can check if there's equivalent to the middle term or 10. Here we have 1 plus 16 is equal to 17, 2 plus 8 is equal to 10, and 4 plus 4 is 8. Now, then we will find B or 10 over here, which is over here. Then, once we find the B or 10 here, the answer is x plus 2 general trinomial has plus sign, we will add it here as well. The last topic is factoring quadratic trinomials. The first step in factoring quadratic trinomials is we will find the factors of first and last term of the trinomial. So I have this example, 2x squared plus 9x plus 9. The first term is 2x squared and the last term is 9. So you'll find its factors. Let's start off with the first term, which is 2x squared, which is equal to 2x and x. Then for the last term, 9 is equal to 1 and 9, and 3 and 3. The next step is FOIL or SMILE method. Here we will have two binomials where their first term are the factors of the first term of the general trinomial, and their last terms are the factors of the general trinomial's last term. And then we will do the FOIL method, where we will multiply the inner and the outer. And once we get the inner and the outer, we will add it and we will check if it's equivalent to the middle term of the general trinomial given. So, I have here 2x plus 3, then x plus 3. Here, 2x and x are the factors of the first term, and 3 and 3 are the factors of the last term. So let's do the SMILE method, where we will multiply the inner and the outer. Here, now we have 3x, which is the inner, and 6x, which is the outer. And now we add, which we will get 9x, which is equivalent to the middle term of the general trinomial given. And now we have the answer, which is 2x plus 3 and x plus 3.